video for you guys today. I know what you're thinking. I have not uploaded in a really long time, and you're right. Now that we got that out of the way, I'm here to kind of do a demo of the Melt Cosmetics Dark Matter Stack. I got mine about a month ago and I've been playing with it for a while, and I really do like it. There are some things that I will mention throughout the video that aren't like 100%, but overall I really enjoy it, and I wanted to feature it in a video because I have been posting a lot of pictures on my beauty Instagram, which is Makeup by Leno. If you aren't following me, follow me, because, you know, whatever. But yeah, I've posted a few images on there using this, so I thought I might as well film something for it. If you're interested in seeing how these shadows perform and my thoughts, then please keep on watching. Okay, so we're starting with a completely bare face today. All I've got on is my Olay moisturizer and some lip balm. So for foundation today, I'm going to go in with my Nars Sheer Glow. I've really been enjoying this again. It's probably my favorite foundation ever, so I always go back to it and I forget that I really loved it. So I'm in the shade Fiji, by the way. So it doesn't have a pump, which is kind of annoying, but I just kind of shake it on my finger and dot it all over my face, basically just 5 points, and then whatever's left over I kind of just dab around. I always like to start off with like a more sheer or lighter layer and then go in and add more where I need it. I'm taking my beauty blender. Mine is freshly washed. This is the only time you'll see it this clean. And I've made sure to wet it first so that the product doesn't absorb into the sponge. And I just kind of pounce it on my face. Okay, so since I forgot to prime, I'm just going to use my Smashbox primer water now at this step. I usually add some at the end too. But I've been testing this out. I really do like it as a setting spray. However, I think there are cheaper options for what this does. I mean, it makes my makeup last longer and it makes it look a little bit more like skin. But I mean, it's not like a miracle water or anything like that. So I like it. It smells nice. It smells like pistachios. I'm gonna go ahead and prime my lids. I always like to do this first before I do my eyebrows because I bring the primer up onto my brows. And that was the Nars Proprime eyeshadow primer, by the way. So I'm going to show you guys how I do my brows on camera today because I've been doing them a little bit differently since the last time I filmed my eyebrows. So start off with a spoolie and brush all the hairs upwards and out so that they're all going the same direction. So next I'm going to be going in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Tinted Brow Gel, and mine's in the shade Chocolate. This one has quite a warm undertone. I still have some red in my hair. My hair is quite warm, so that's why I go with this shade. And I'm just going to put this through my brows lightly, and this helps actually fill in my eyebrows where I'm not overdoing it, basically, because this has a little bit of tint to it. So this is going to fill in partially for me, and it prevents me from going crazy like filling in my eyebrows. Also, it helps the hair stay in one position because sometimes, especially after I sleep, my eyebrow hairs just get a little bit wonky, and it's really hard to fill them in when your eyebrow hairs are not sticking where you want them. So I've switched back over to using my MAC 266 brush for my eyebrows. I just find that it's a lot thinner than the Anastasia one I have, and I just prefer this one. The Anastasia one is still great. I still use it on a regular basis, but recently I've just been really loving my MAC one. I'm going to be going in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dipbrow Pomade in dark brown, and I've made a nice dent in this now because I use it every single day. You always want to have a spoolie handy when you're using Dipbrow because you want to blend it out as you go. So I always start kind of near the center of my brow, and I make a little line. Well, it's not really little, but I make a straight line right there. And the reason why I don't start this here is because when you start that line right there, it's kind of really obvious that you've filled in your eyebrows, and it leaves kind of like a harsh line. So by filling it in, or starting that fill, what am I talking about? Starting that line a little bit further away from the front. It's a little bit less stark. And then after each kind of stroke, I always like to blend it in with my spoolie. And then I just catch the top right here and meet it up over there. And then I'm just lightly feathering strokes through the brows, kind of to mimic brow hairs. I'm going to take my NYX Cake Brow Powder, which has seen better days, and this is in the shade Taupe Ash, and I take the taupe side. Because my brow products tend to lean more warm, this kind of helps balance them out and make them a little bit cooler so they're not like red eyebrows. And I do like to mix the texture of the powder and the brow pomade because the pomade isn't really matte, whereas I prefer, wow, I just got that on my face. Anyways, I prefer a matte eyebrow, So once that's completed, I will go with my spoolie in one last time and kind of blend everything. And then I'm taking my brow gel again, and I'm going back over it. What this does is kind of cling to all the hairs and make them look a little bit more natural and less filled in. I kind of switch out what concealers I use to clean up my brows, but lately I've just been using my Proconceal Palette from MAC, and I go in with the shade NC20. And what I do is go right underneath the arch and clean up anything that might have fallen downwards, I guess. And I slowly inch it towards the front, but I don't really do like a stark line there because I find that's really obvious. And I noticed this on a lot of girls where you can really see the concealer that they use to clean their eyebrows up, and I think it looks really scary. So I try not to go right near the front of the brow, and I really make sure I try to blend it out. I purchased this about a month ago. Actually, I got it as a gift for Valentine's Day, and I've really been liking it. I used it a lot for the first couple of weeks that I had it. Now I've like migrated over to using other things because I get bored, but I do really like it. I will say that these shadows are very powdery. They have a lot of fallout, so if you're not comfortable with that, maybe that's something that you should look out for. Or you can always just do your base afterwards. I like to just do my foundation and then I'll use my concealer to clean up the eyeshadow, so it's not a huge deal for me. But it comes with 4 shades. So this one is Blur, this one is Unseen, then we have Enigma, which is like a burgundy kind of really a lean shade. I love that color. And then this is Dark Matter, which is just a matte black. But yeah, I mean, the quality is great. I really like them. They are a little bit overhyped, and I think they are overpriced. However, you do get quite a bit of product in there. It says about 3.57 grams, which is a lot for an eyeshadow. So, I mean, you do get your money's worth. So, anyways, because these shadows have a lot of fallout, I like to put down a face powder on my eyes first, and that helps kind of with the blending because they're quite powdery. So I'm just using my MSF Natural in Light Plus, and this is just some random Eco Tools brush, actually Spa Source or whatever that is. And this is just a great trick if you are having trouble blending eyeshadows, specifically matte shades. Putting down a loose or any pressed powder over top your primer will really help those shadows to kind of blend a little bit better, because primers tend to be tacky and make it a little bit harder to blend things out. First, I'm going to take my MAC 224 brush, and I'm going in with the shade Blur. I'm going to put that right in my crease. Next, I'm just taking this angled brush from Delium Tools. This is the 765, and I'm going in with Unseen, which is just the darker or medium toned brown. And I'm starting off by placing that right on the outer portion of my lid. And I'm going to start building that up towards the crease. So next I'm going to be taking Enigma, and I'm using a MAC 234 brush. And I'm just going to add that to my outer V. Taking that same angled blending brush, using the tip to kind of blend the Enigma out. I'm basically just doing like a zillion layers of that. That's the key to a good blended look. Doing layers. I've been blending fields for days. So I'm just taking a pencil brush. This is a Delium Tools 780. Going back in with Enigma. And we're really going to concentrate that in that outer corner. Going back in with the 224 and trying to blend everything together seamlessly. So right now I'm going to do my concealer just so I can clean up that edge. So I've been really loving my Maybelline Fit Me Concealer as my everyday kind of thing. And I like to mix it with a bit of the Bobbi Brown Tinted Brightener. So I'm going to grab my beauty blender and blend that bitch out. So now that that's kind of where I want it, going back in with my blending brush, I'm just kind of blending over where Enigma was, or is. Okay, so my stupid camera died, but all I did was add some cream. This is the shade Beaming from the Saucebox Etude palette. I just added that underneath my brow bone and a little bit in the inner corners, nothing too crazy. And now I've just gone under the lash line with Unseen and that same pencil brush. And then I'm going to take, that was Blur. Fuck, I fucked up. So I went under the lash line with a little bit of Blur, and now I'm taking Unseen, and I'm going to blend that underneath the lash line as well. Next I'm taking this MAC Chromographic Pencil in the shade NC15/NW20, and I'm going to add that right into my waterline. Sorry if this is gross. I've really been loving the NYC liquid liner. It's just really good for a drugstore liner. It dries completely matte and it has a brush tip. I don't know if I'll be able to get this on camera, but we will try. What I did was just stop the liner about halfway on my lid, and I'm going to take Dark Matter with an angle brush and just kind of blend over that edge where it stops. That way we have a little bit nicer of a gradient. I'm feeling lashes today, so we're going to use some individuals. These are just from Nigel's Beauty Emporium, I believe. And I got them at IMAX. I use them all the damn time. Okay, so basically I just added some mascara on top of the lashes. The lash glue is still drying a little bit, But yeah, I added a little bit more Enigma right underneath the lash line as well because I felt like I wanted a little bit more drama. But yeah, that is basically the eyes done. It's just a matte, warm, neutral eye. So I'm just going to be taking this Sephora brand bronzer, and it's called Los Cabos. It is a matte brown shade. And I'm taking a Sephora domed powder brush. And I'm just going to use this to bronze up my skin a little bit. I'm going to set my under eye area with banana and vanilla. I think that is vanilla. And then I'm going to take Fawn, which is the middle shade, and I'm going to contour with that. I'm taking the Becca Pressed Moonstone, and I'm going to highlight the tops of my cheekbones. I'm going to use MAC's Gingerly Blush, and I'm going to add that to my cheeks. For lips, I'm taking MAC's Lip Pencil in Spice. I'm going to rub off some of my chapstick. And I'm just going to overline my lips ever so slightly, mostly at the peaks of my Cupid's bow, and a little bit on the bottom lip. So you want to stay with your natural lip line. This is really hard to talk and do. You want to stay with your natural lip line on the sides. And then this is where you overdraw. Do you see the difference? I also have a way bigger bottom lip than a top lip, so I kind of tried to balance them out. I'm just going to be using this Makeup Forever lipstick. This is in the shade 23, and it's from their Rouge Artist Intense lipsticks. And I'm just going to place that in the middle of the lip. So this is the completed look. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm going to try to upload more once I'm done school. I'm graduating in 3 weeks, so please bear with me. And I'm sorry that I'm not consistent, but I have a life, so. And I just threw my eyeliner. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.